I'm Robbie Soster, I'm 19 years old, I live in the Southern Highlands, New South Wales. I've been riding since I was, about 4. I've been doing dressage since I was 12 years old consistently. I'm now training horses for people, campaign them. I ride up to 7 or 8 horses a day. I ride at Prix St George into 1. I've had a creamy horse called Robbie Irish Cream who I campaigned at into 1 in the Young Rider Frankfurt World Cup. I think what's exciting about dressage is the levels that you can go up. You start at the bottom and each time you work towards getting higher and higher up, and it's more of a challenge. It's such a difficult sport to perfect and get right. It's exciting when you finally nail something. Once you get up to that next level that you want to get up to, it makes it all the worthwhile. I have to say Rachel Sanner has done a pretty good job for Australia. She's worked pretty hard and I find her quite inspiring because she started off at the young rider ranks and worked her way up. So, you know, as being a young rider, it makes a big difference to have someone that's gone right from young riders all the way up to FEI and competed for Australia. So that's quite inspiring. Going to the CDIs and all those sorts of things, you go out and you watch the riders at their best, and when you see that, it makes you want to get to that level. It inspires you to work harder. Favourite horse? Probably my horses. I love my horses, and I think it makes it easier when you work with them every day. Of course, you're going to love them more. Probably someone like Hubertus Schmidt, I have to say, in dressage. I think he's pretty incredible. Ambitions would be definitely to ride internationally for Australia. That's been a dream since I was 12, since I first started dressage. And since I was riding Irish Cream, I started to compete at CDIs and nationals and things like that, and that all made me really, really want to compete at the higher level. And because I competed him into 1, that made it all the more important to get to Grand Prix for me. So still working on that, but hopefully get there soon on the new horses that I've got. To compete at the World Cup or the Olympics for Australia would be pretty unreal. Capricorn soil tex has made a huge difference to my training. The 20x60 has now got Capricorn soil tex on it, and the way I don't have to maintain it as often is fantastic. Working 7 to 8 horses a day, by the end of the day I'm pretty tired, don't really want to go out and harrow another arena. With our old sand arena, we used to have to harrow it every afternoon, or every morning if I didn't do it in the afternoon. It's just made a huge difference to being able to do pirouettes and everything. The horses feel a lot more secure, I think, on the surface. They don't slip into holes, or they don't sink into the surface as deep, so therefore they're on top of the surface, which makes it easy to get the jump in the pirouettes and get their feet out of the sand. Yeah, I find the horses, they don't get as tired as quickly because they're not in the surface, they're on top of it. So they don't fatigue as quickly, they last longer in their training sessions, so I can get a little bit more out of them. Medium trots and things, you get a lot more power and cover a lot more ground. You don't find them sinking into the sand and losing their balance or losing their step. They don't sink into the surface, so they're not going to have wrenched tendons, or if your surface is too deep, it's going to be, you know, it's not good for them at all. When you're doing things like changes where they really hit the ground, they don't have as much shot go up their legs, so it would be beneficial completely for their soundness. He's a great guy and he's helped me a lot and made a huge, huge difference to basically my whole career with it. I've got a great arena to ride on now. Yeah, definitely go and see Lou and talk to him, and I'm sure he'll be able to help you in any way.